Hi, I'm Lawan, and welcome to my channel, Uncover Your Authenticity. Today we're going to explore the bell curve, not just as a mathematical idea, but as a way of understanding how we think, perceive, and relate to others. The bell curve describes how many traits and behaviors tend to spread across the population. Most people cluster around the middle, with fewer people at the extremes. It looks like this: a smooth, balanced curve that rises gradually, peaks, and then gently falls away. At the edges of the curve, we often find black and white thinking. Here, people see things in absolutes, right or wrong, good or bad. While this kind of certainty can feel comforting, it often shuts down dialogue and limits perspective. In contrast, the middle represents nuance, the shades of gray where flexible thinking lives. This is where deeper understanding, empathy, and authentic connection thrive. Now, when most people hear the word normal, we don't usually like it. Normal can feel like average, unremarkable, or even boring. We'd much rather see ourselves as special, someone who stands out at the edges. And in the bell curve, the extremes can look like those special zones, the black and white places where certainty feels powerful. In this case, the middle doesn't mean average. The middle means freedom. It means you have the ability to adapt, to connect, and to hold multiple perspectives. That kind of flexibility is rare, and it's far more powerful than being stuck in an extreme. So the shift I want you to consider in the bell curve of perception is that true strength isn't in being extreme. It's in being flexible. And let me be clear, this bell curve doesn't mean that 70% of people already live in flexibility and openness. In fact, most of us cling to our way of seeing life as the correct way. Instead, think of the curve as a teaching model. The extremes represent rigidity, where there's little room for growth. The middle represents possibility, the space where we can practice flexibility, empathy, and openness to different perspectives. And there's something else to know here. Falling in the middle doesn't mean everyone will see life the same way you do. Each of us has a unique lens shaped by our experiences, our traumas, and our joys. But when you're in the middle of the curve, you're more open to accepting that others see things differently. You're not threatened by difference because you're not clinging to rigid extremes. You inherently know that another person's perspective doesn't invalidate yours. And if something is right for someone else, it doesn't make what's right for you wrong. It eliminates the urge to defend our perspective. Instead of insisting that people must think exactly like you, flexibility in the middle allows you to honor diversity of thought, to respect individuality, and to grow from perspectives that aren't your own. That's what makes the grayscale so powerful. It's the space of openness, empathy, and real connection. Now pause for a moment and reflect. Where do you usually find yourself on this curve of perception? Do you lean toward the extremes where rigidity rules, or do you rest closer to the middle where openness and flexibility allow connection? Think of a recent disagreement. Did black and white thinking make it harder to resolve, either on your part or theirs? Could embracing more shades of gray have changed the outcome? These questions help us uncover not only how we think, but how we grow. By seeing ourselves through the lens of the bell curve, we can learn to embrace nuance, let go of rigid extremes, and open up to deeper understanding in our relationships. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to uncover your authenticity, and share this video with someone who could use a little reminder about balance and perspective. See you next time.